Is that good enough? You tell me. Are you comfortable with it? Yeah. She's naked under yoga blocks. Yeah, I'm naked under yoga blocks. This is the way John likes me. He likes putting blocks and stuff on me. I'm going to put more stuff there. Thank you, Lena, for letting me do this shot. I'm going to. Can I take one more look? You look at it all day, but it's just a couple of legs. But thanks to God and Mother that I have these legs and that I have the opportunity to fix my legs. Yes. Amen. Amen. Happy Sunday, honey. Happy Sunday to you. Please, John. Don't squeeze my rib. Crushing your head. I'm crushing your head. Crushing. It's no fair using tools. Crushing your head. What have we here? Stop it. What's under there? Stop it. You listen to me, John. Oh, great. Spatula time. Yes, we can make this work. Actually, it's a good exercise for my errant arthritic hand. Yeah. Great. Puppeteering has its advantages, doesn't it, John? It does indeed. You don't want to be the spatula? I think it's confusing if you make me the spatula. All right, well, what do you say we switch in a little while? All right. Are you going to switch hands? If it's feasible, I'll do as you say. I think it's a good idea. Let's try it. You already became the spatula. Sorry. You're not sorry. All right, well, in a little while we'll switch hands, all right? Not yet. Relax. All right, whatever. Now, you want to talk about the nature of forgiveness. Yes, you can't concentrate, can you? Not really. Told you, it's going to have to switch hands. It's hard. Well, nothing worthwhile comes easy. Isn't that what the song says, honey? How you doing there? As a spatula? Oh, I'm better. This is good exercise, I promise. I wouldn't steer you wrong. Just do it as I say. Yeah, but it's not as good a puppet, but it will be. You'll see. Okay. Does it feel comfortable to you to work with this hand this way? Not particularly. Alright, we can switch back anytime you like, or just put the spatula down and talk on the nature of forgiveness. I would like to talk on it, but I'd like to switch spatula hands. No problem. Good work, by the way. I know that was not easy. It was alright. No, it wasn't that easy. Who's going to be the spatula? I think we can both do it, but why don't we just stick with one of us? Alright. Okay, we'll just play it by ear. Whoever gets... Yeah, and you're getting all the lines. I'm not getting all the lines. Go ahead. What? Yeah. Now you got nothing to say. Because you keep taking over. Maybe what we should do is just, like, switch them back like that when it's me and you. Alright, we'll do that. I don't know if that's going to make any difference. Maybe it will. I don't think so. It's kind of making a difference already. Not really. The nature of forgiveness. Let's put the spatula down for a minute, please. Yeah. Thank you, John. That's all right. You did really great. I never know if you're just fucking with me or what you're doing, baby. Yeah, I know. Stop looking at my... You're a cad. You still love the human form, right? Of course I do. I love your form. Your form I can gaze at all day. Thank you, honey. I feel similarly that you do about your form, see? So then you should know how I feel, and don't deny it me. Don't deny me. I don't deny you. I won't deny you at all. Listen, John. Yeah. The nature of forgiveness. Do people honestly know how to say they are sorry out there? It's a very poor score from what I have seen in my life. Like, no one ever apologizes to me for anything. They never have, and I don't expect them to, because they just will never do it. They are consistently bad that way. With me. Did you find, oh, I had people falling over themselves apologizing to me, sure, but you know why? Because of who I was, right? Had nothing to bloody do with, whether they like me or not. You don't know that. Well, yes, I do. Right, the people who should have apologized to you never did, that's for sure. No, that's correct. But, what warrants an apology? Well, that's the question I want to ask Christopher if he makes himself available. We were talking about his brother Teddy. And his older brother Teddy, when they were kids, little kids, the Beatles were just coming to America. And he was the oldest of three little boys, Christopher and his younger brother Stephen. And he had gone to school, and the other two were younger than him, and they weren't in school yet. But they were all really young. And the Beatles, Christopher's mother decided, I'm going to go to the airport and see them. I think they were leaving. Yeah. I think they were leaving. Yeah. And it was a big hoopla, and everybody was running over to fucking wherever. Kennedy, LaGuardia. Aren't they the same? In my whole life, I've never known what airport I was in. The times that I flew. I knew I flew out of both of them, but I'd be damned if I could tell you which was which. Anyway, but that's the Queens and me. Everything becomes just... Or am I just retarded? Probably I'm retarded. Are you jumping all over me right now? Yeah, because you're the greatest. Me? The greatest thing I have ever known. I don't believe you're saying this to me. I swear to God, I do not. Radio reading, because that's crazy. This is crazy, honey. It's crazy talk. Shit, man. Well, the dogs are fighter. We got time to wait for tomorrow. To fight her, to fight her, to fight her, yeah. To fight her, yeah, yeah. I used to cover that song, but that's pretty much obvious from that, I think. Right, John? When you used to do that song, I would go insane. Let me tell you something. The guys in the studio, the way you work, too, were going nuts. They'd be, like, out by the bar going, that's a fucking chick in there? Mm-hmm. She's fucking great, man. Really? You had a lot of people who would never admit it to your face. Never. Was it that important after all? What, that people compliment me? I guess it's a very nice thing when what you're doing... You want to make people happy with what you're doing because it means a lot to you, what you're doing. Or it should, anyway. But I don't think anybody should be in it to show off. I think it's like, wow, look what I can do. And, like, maybe you can even do this too. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. You want to be an inspiration. That is, I think, a good thing to be. If you can inspire others to do things that make them really happy. That wasn't easy for me, putting myself out there. I was always a very self-conscious person, but I knew I just had to do it because I would always wonder why I didn't do it. And I didn't want to have any regrets. Get back to Teddy. Oh, okay, but beautifully said, and you're so wonderful. And I want to say beautiful, but you won't let me. So the mother took the two younger kids, Christopher and his brother Stephen, to the airport. and left the other kid in school, and they didn't. Now, I never knew some details. I knew that story, and I always knew that Teddy was very damaged by that. John told me on no uncertain terms, and I can imagine that to be true. Absolutely. What insane thing to do to a child. But there are some key elements of that story I didn't know until just a little while ago, like this morning when Christopher, I didn't know the detail that Teddy was told, they were told, don't you tell him that we did this today, this very special outing, Mommy and the two little boys, but don't you tell him because he'll be so upset. And don't do it. First of all, that's a fucking shit thing to lay on your fucking little boys. I mean, that is really shit. Yeah. That's giving them fucking ammunition that they will not be able to fucking hold on to for very long. What's wrong with you, Mommy? You're a fucking car wreck. The reason I'm feeling kind of passionately about this right now is because that guy went on to become a fucking insane, misogynist, self-hating, woman-hating, crazed person. Somebody I really wanted to like and ended up really fearing. And he's Christopher's older brother. Big man, cop man, pig man, big man. You don't want a crazy one of those with you in his fucking sights. You do not. But the thing is, I was wondering, did that mother ever apologize to that kid then? Because then how it happened was, she tells the little boys don't tell him, and they held it in for as long as they could. But he was a bully, the older guy. He was always a bully, even as a little child. My older brother was too. I know the type. And when you have littler ones than you to bully, you go to town. And my brother did that to me, and their brother Teddy apparently was like a sadist and a nasty one, and, pretty young. So he got them mad. It didn't take long, and they spilled the beans. Pretty sure it was the youngest one, Stephen, because I don't even think Christopher would have it in him to do it. I don't. He would have held the secret. Christopher, even as a little child, I think would have held that secret. But I could be wrong, but it's a good guess. Remember, that's Stuart. Right. But Stephen got mad because the brother insulted one of them, probably both of them, and he blurted out, "Well, we went to see the Beatles. Mommy took us, and you had to stay in school because you're a fucking piss pants, or you're a fucking fathead, or whatever the problem was that, he usually bullied them with." And that shocked that kid to his rafters. Number one, the level of the betrayal of the mother being the ringleader, and the two younger ones knowing something he didn't know. And what was this thing that they knew that he didn't know? Oh, the most fucking phenomenal, fantastical thing that ever happened to fucking humankind, certainly up until that point, like modern humanity, the Beatles. And he was left out. And everybody knew he was left out, except for him. Whoa. So my question to John was, did that mother ever apologize to that kid for that? Because it wasn't the young boy's apology to make. It was hers. Teddy, I'm so sorry. I really... Let me make it up to you in some other way. Or anything. This was wrong of me. I don't know if I'll be able to forgive myself for doing this to you because it was really wrong. But I'm young and I'm a child bride practically, and I don't have much knowledge about raising children. I'm a child practically, but can you forgive me? Can we try to, that kid wasn't worth it to her to do that. And that kid went on to become, in my eyes, a very unstable individual. How do you feel about that, John? brilliantly said, needed to be said. And again, anyone who sees these videos, you're viewing these because you're meant to view them by a higher power. Never too late to look at yourselves. Because there's no innocent parties in that entire scenario. But there's levels of deceit and inhumane behavior. Amazing. Amazing. So that's the question I would ask Christopher. Did she apologize to Teddy? But who knows? He said she's famous for never apologizing. Christopher himself, his apologies are very difficult to come from him. It has to be like sink or swim to get that apology, to admit any wrongdoing and I feel like I've always done that with my whole life. Apologize for things I didn't even think I was responsible for, just to please get this over with. Let's move on. So what about you? All I ever say is I'm sorry to you for what you've had to go through down here. That's my apology. I'm so sorry. You said you could work with it. The details seemed very crazy to me back then when we were planning it, but I'm sorry. I should have known better. Didn't you write a song? And when I tell you that I love you, oh, you're gonna say you love me too. Oh, and when I ask you to be mine, you're gonna say you love me too. So I never realized what a kiss could be. This could only happen to me. Can't you see? Hey, hey, hey. Can't you see? 1818. I tried to hold it as long as I could, honey. I know. I like you so much. What do you want to do today? I don't know. Stretches. Maybe some bicycle pedaling. Nah, sounds good. Easy though. We'll do an easy bunch. Okay. Anything else? Well, have a romantic day with you. Yeah. Sounds awesome and great. Praise be God and Mother. Praise be God and Mother. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, brethren. Brethren, we love you. We love you.